So today we are going to discuss about thyroid function test, as we had already put up before you the concept or the topic. So, okay, it's not clear. Yes, thyroid function test. Okay, so about thyroid function test, one basic idea which you all guys have is that the functioning of the thyroid. First of all, what is the need? Okay, what is the need? Why do we do thyroid function test, which is abbreviated as TFTs? Thyroid function test. What is the need? Why are we supposed to do, and in which conditions are we expected to do thyroid function test? So simply you have to remember, when there is something problematic with respect to the thyroid, then its effect will be disturbed. Effect will be disturbed, and then the symptoms and signs will be seen, and then patient will come to you, to the OPD, saying with those chief complaints, and then when you diagnose it, taking it to be a dysfunction of the thyroid, then you will say that you will direct the patient to go for thyroid function test in the pathology lab or in the biochemistry lab. Getting? So, why to study thyroid function test? See, there are three basic steps. Okay, today's discussion is going to be a shorter one because we don't have much discussion on thyroid function test, because we are not discussing about all other subjects. We are much restricted to biochemistry, but still we will add a tinge of physiology, add a tinge of medicine, add a tinge of pharmacology, so that you can learn the vertical integration which we were trying to incorporate for you in the UGCON 2019. That is a vertical integration of your curriculum which is being proposed by the 2019 curriculum of NCI. Now, see, what is this vertical? So, you want to learn about the anatomy and physiology as well as the biochem, but biochem I will write here. So, first you will know the normal, then along with the normal biochemistry, but then when there will be some disturbance, where there will be some pathology, at that time you will go for biochemistry again. For what? For assessment of what? TFT, that is thyroid function test. Then you will go to treat it. How? By pharmacology. And this is nothing all but medicine. And if you are not able to cure it by medicine, you will go for surgery, SX, that is surgery. Simply, this is a vertical learning, beautiful vertical learning topic. Okay. So now we will answer all of these questions which I have raised. Okay. First question is, what is the need and why is the need? Okay. So for that you should know what is the normal. Okay. I will not tell you about the anatomy of thyroid gland, yet I will tell you. Okay. So simply it is, I think we can take a separate video on thyroid, anatomy of thyroid, because it's a very important LAQ, anatomy of thyroid. So I'll just tell you there are two lobes. This is the infundibulum. Yesterday we were discussing infundibulum, where uterus ko jo oviduct ka part connected रहता है, that is called as the infundibulum. So this is the infundibulum between the two lobes, left and right lobe of the thyroid gland. Okay, and behind posteriorly there are the four parathyroid glands, two on either sides. Okay, now see, if you go histologically, if you see, it is like it is having these follicles. It is having follicles. Okay, thyroid follicles. You people will pull me to histology. I had known. Now I don't know if I'll be able to recall all this because I have not read it. Okay, since then. Now this is a thyroid follicle. The lining is cuboidal lining. See, this is very important. These are minute points which probably no one will ask you, but if you mention them, they make an impact. Okay, cuboidal epithelial lining. Okay, और बीच में क्या है? Thyroglobulin. Yes, thyroglobulin, which contains all the secretion. Thyroglobulin. Okay, thyroglobulin. This you have learned in 12th standard. What you will say? Rohit Tapadia is boring us by doing this discussion. but it is at most important to know all this if you want to know thyroid function test. Okay, so I'm just trying to summarize things very briefly. I'm not going into the details. Okay, so this is the cuboidal, this is thyroid follicle and cuboidal follicular lining. Again, here lining is there and all that. I'm not going in details of that. You understand the concept, what I want to make you understand. Here cuboidal lining aste. Okay, cuboidal lining. So these are the thyroid cells which are secreting. Okay, which are secreting. And here there are parafollicular cells. Here there are parafollicular cells, also known as C cells. They secrete what? Calcitonin. So they are called as C cells. आज आपल्याला विशेष calcitoninची काही करायचं नाहीये. We're going to discuss about this. Okay, these cuboidal cells, they secrete the. अरे यार, people are joining late. I request you join in time, please. See, 10 minutes late. If you would have been in Japan, they would have kicked you out if you were in Japan. Okay, come here. So cuboidal. Okay, so cuboidal is what I was saying. Yeah. So this is cuboidal epithelium, which is lining. They are secreting the hormone. Now within these cells, what happens? Within these cells, what happens? That all we will see in the subsequent page. But see, these are the hormone producing cells. Which hormones? T3 and T4. Okay. How they do it? Let's see. Okay. Now, one thing. This is the normal cuboidal. The epithelial lining is, this is normal is cuboidal. If it is hyposecreting and if it is hypersecreting, then these cells become columnar in shape, and these cells, if in case of hypo, they will become what? Squamous epithelium. They will become flattened. Okay, this is the physiological change can also occur. Okay, the one very important function is BMR, that is basal metabolic rate. जो प्रत्येक सेलचा एक बेसल मेटाबॉलिक रेट आहे तो मेंटेन करणारा कोण आहे तर थायरॉइड ग्लँड आहे. हाऊ अँड ऑल that is a different story. It's again a big discussion. I'm not going in details of that. One another function is thermoregulation as well. Though the master gland, that is the hypothalamus, is responsible mainly for the thermoregulation, yet this is also important. Okay, these are the two very main functions. Okay, there are other functions as well. Now, so come to the discussion of, just a minute. So now, okay, see, so you understood. Okay, these are the secreting cells and blah 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 blah. Now come to the discussion of, which you already know, you have done in 12th standard. See, this is the hypothalamus. This is all very important. Okay, if you don't know, if you don't revise this now, then probably it will not link you very fast. What I am saying. Okay, pituitary and thyroid. Okay. Now, hypothalamus, as you know, secretes what? TRH, that is thyroid releasing hormone. So pituitary secretes what? TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, and it produces, see, it also produces calcitonin, but today our discussion is related to T3 and T4 mainly. Okay, T3 and T4. आता simple आहे की there is negative feedback mechanism, and there is negative feedback mechanism. Okay, now the question is that if this fails, or if the receptors, TSH receptors on this, if they fail, if TRH receptors on this fail, then what will happen? Subsequent effect of that respective hormone will not be seen. Okay, tomorrow if pituitary के ऊपर के जो receptors है, which are there for TRH, if those receptors become malfunction, or during the production of those receptors itself, if they are faulty in preparation, they are malformed, then what will happen? ये TRH कितना भी release करे, no stimulus to the pituitary will occur with respect to what? With respect to थायराइड स्टिमुलेटिंग हार्मोन का सिक्रीशन. So this is the basic problem, okay? But usually it does not happen only with TRH. होगा तो पूरे pituitary में होगा, because you see pituitary is a compact structure. When you will learn neuroanatomy, at that time you will go in details how is pituitary and what are the parts of pituitary, the anterior pituitary, posterior pituitary. Already you have studied superficially in 12th standard, but in detail you will study there in neuroanatomy. So usually if it is, say if the blood supply to the pituitary is stopped, or maybe if it is if there is some some hemorrhage, okay, hemorrhage, then what will happen? Blood supply to the pituitary is reduced, so there will be ischemia, so there will be decreased functioning, so there will be decreased production of hormones. If there is trauma, okay, all these conditions are there. म्हणजे जे काही कारण असेल ज्याच्यामुळे पिट्युटरीची फंक्शनिंग कमी होईल, त्याच्यामुळे TSH प्रोडक्शन कमी होईल, त्याच्यामुळे थायरॉइडचं प्रोडक्शन, थायरॉइड मधून T3 आणि T4 चं प्रोडक्शन काय होणार आहे? कमी होणार आहे. So this it is again detailed medicine. There are many differential diagnoses, but we are discussing the basic mechanism. Okay, कसं होतं, काय होतं, that we are going to discuss. आणि काय काय होतं, that is a medicine part, that is the pathology part. Okay, so just understand the concept. Okay, rest all is you have to mug up the names. So I hope I am able to convey. So there can be n number of factors which are responsible for decreased TSH production. If this TSH level is reduced, then T3, T4 will also reduce. Okay. Now, so TRH, TSH you understood. Now come to T3 and T4. Main we are discussing about thyroid. मतलब we are talking about thyroid hormones. So thyroid में अगर problem रहेगा, जिसकी वजह से T3, T4 का production नहीं हो रहा है, again there can be decreased blood supply. So decreased nutrition, that is, it will lead to ischemia, and then it will reduce to decreased functioning, that is nothing but dysfunction, that is nothing but T3, T4 का reduction. Okay, reduction in level of T3 and T4. Reduction in level of T3 and T4. So defect primarily in this will cause primary hypo or hyperthyroidism. ओके, हायपर कधी होणार? जेव्हा त्याला वरून आदेश जास्त भेटणार, म्हणजे TSHचं प्रोडक्शन जास्त होणार. TSHचं प्रोडक्शन जास्त कधी होऊ शकतो? जेव्हा पिट्युटरी ग्लँड हायपर ऍक्टिव्ह आहे. कधी ऍक्टिव्ह होऊ शकते? व्हेन देयर इज पिट्युटरी एडिनोमा, व्हेरी कॉमन कंडिशन. कॉमन इन द सेन्स वन ऑफ द रीजन्स, कॉमन रीजन्स which will increase the TSH is adenoma, pituitary adenoma. Adenoma means what? Oma is cancer. Cancer of what? Gland. This is a gland, pituitary gland. Okay. So pituitary adenoma can lead to what? Increased TSH production, and that can lead to increased hyperthyroidism. But that hyperthyroidism will be basically because of what? Pituitary adenoma. So it is secondary. Okay. If TSH production has decreased because of which thyroid is not functioning, then it is secondary hypothyroidism. And if TSH production is increased because of, say, hypothalamic tumor, because of which TRH is increasing, so pituitary वरती जास्त लोड आला, pituitary पण जास्त secretion केलं, TSH is increasing, and so thyroid is working fast, so it is getting more and more stimulated. That is secondary hyperthyroidism, because main organ thyroid about which we are relating or discussing is not the cause. It is something else. It is something else which is stimulating the thyroid, or which is decreasing the functioning of the thyroid. Then it is a secondary cause. May it be pituitary, may it be hypothalamic. So it is the secondary. And primary म्हणजे काय? मूळ प्रॉब्लेम थायरॉइड मध्ये. थायरॉइड का एडिनोमा हो गया. थायरॉइड एडिनोमा. This can be also be possible. Or in cases like Graves' disease, that is an autoimmune disease. That also I will tell you how. Graves' disease. Okay. So this is about the normal physiological production. Now in thyroid, how it is produced? See, this is the peripheral tissue. Okay, and this is your plasma or blood, you can say, and this is the thyroid. This is the thyroid tissue. Okay, say the follicles. Okay. Now inside there are 3 steps of production of this hormone. Actually there are 4, but you can remember anyways. One is trapping of iodine. Trapping of iodine. Second is oxidation of iodine. Oxidation of iodine. Third, it is the tyrosination or organification of iodine. And fourth is nothing but the coupling reaction. I think I should use a new page. It is becoming very much dirty. Okay. So see, this was the peripheral tissue. This is the plasma and this is the thyroid tissue. So the 4 steps I will tell you one by one. See, iodine is in the plasma in the form of iodide ion. Okay, iodide ion. Now this iodide ion is trapped and it is converted to iodine molecule. Okay, iodine molecule. So this is step 1 and 2, that is trapping and iodine oxidation. Then it is added with tyrosine amino acid. Okay, so this is step 3, that is tyrosination, also known as organification. And then this will lead to formation of a product, that is monoiodotyrosine. Okay, or monoiodotyrosine molecule. Okay, now this monoiodothyronine they can call. So when one this molecule and another this molecule, they combine, they will form DIT, that is diiodothyronine. And when this and this molecule combine, they will form triiodothyronine. And when 2 DIT molecules will combine, they will form tetraiodothyronine. That is nothing but thyroxine hormone, which you guys know. Understanding? So, see, I will firstly brief. Iodine trapping and oxidation. Iodine is formed, iodide ion. Okay. It is trapped inside the thyroid follicle and then it is oxidation of it happens after oxidizing of this iodine, it combines with the tyrosine amino acid, and this process is called as the tyrosination or the organification, and the combination of this tyrosine and iodine will form monoiodothyronine. Monoiodothyronine. 2 such monoiodothyronine molecules, 2 such molecules will form diiodothyronine. 1 diiodothyronine plus 1 monoiodothyronine will form triiodothyronine, and 2 DIT molecules will form tetraiodothyronine, which you popularly know as thyroxine molecule, that is the thyroxine hormone. So this is your basic understanding about production or secretion of the hormone. Rather production, not secretion, production. Now the continuation of this, once it is produced inside the thyroid follicle, these T3 and T4, they are released in the plasma. They are released in the plasma and then they are carried to the peripheral tissue. And in periphery, T4 is converted to T3. Why? Because T3 is the active form. Though T4 is the thyroxine molecule, T3 is the active form and it is more active, it is more potential. The potency of T3 is more, the activity of T3 is more, and so there is peripheral conversion of most of the T4, that is the thyroxine hormone, into T3, and this is called as the peripheral conversion. Now I will bring this to you when I am discussing a bit of pharmacology of thyroid patients, that is hypothyroid or hyperthyroid, mainly the hyperthyroid. I will let you know. I will bring this diagram again to you because it is of utmost importance. If you can memorize this, if you can recall this, if you can summarize this, then it is very easy for you to give the drug therapy to the patient who is coming to you. Finally, why are we learning all this? To treat the patient. Okay, so it will become very much easy for you if you understand this particular flowchart. So you understood this, This is about primary thyroidism, secondary thyroidism, that is hypo and hyper. Now the tests available. Okay, coming to the main topic of discussion, thyroid function test. हे काय काय असतं त्याच्यामध्ये बाबा? थायरॉइड फंक्शन टेस्ट मध्ये नेमकं असतं काय हा या प्रश्नाचा उत्तर आहे. व्हॉट यू विल एस्टिमेट? सी, you will either estimate, see, for example, there is one factory. Okay, so your factory is what? Thyroid follicles and the thyroid gland. तुम इसमें कच्चा माल दे रहे हो, that is the raw material, or you are getting the finished products. Okay, you are getting the finished product. Now whether this factory is functioning or not, whether it is hyper functioning or hypo functioning, how will you assess? To see if the product is increased, then it is hyper. If product is decreased, then it is hypo. If raw material is increased, means what? It is not consuming, means what? It is, there is some problem in this, that is hypo. Okay, raw material is increased, it means hypo, it suggests. And if it is decreased, then it is suggestive of hyper. Decreased means what? More and more raw material is getting used in this factory. More and more raw material is getting used in this factory. It means that there is lot of production of the product. So product will increase and so raw material will decrease, that is hyper. So you can test by two ways, by checking the product, by checking the raw material. Abhi the raw material is what? Stimulating factor, that is nothing but TSH. And what is the product? T3 and T4. So simple flow chart or simple chart you should remember. Okay, first I will I will enlist the names of the tests. So you will estimate, it is simple, नावावरूनच आहे, estimation of T3 and T4. Okay, then estimation of TSH, that is the raw product and this is the finished product, and then radioactive iodine uptake or iodide uptake, because iodide is taken, not iodine. It is converted into iodine later inside, as we saw in the previous page. And thyroid hormone binding protein. आता हे सगळं नेमकं काय आहे? This both you understood. I will explain this. First I will summarize this in the chart. See, if okay, so as you understood की ह्या फॅक्टरी मध्ये म्हणजे थायरॉइड मध्ये जर का प्रॉब्लेम असेल तर तो प्रायमरी प्रॉब्लेम आहे आणि प्रॉब्लेम जर बाहेरचा असेल तर तो सेकंडरी प्रॉब्लेम आहे. त्यामुळे आपण एक चार्ट बनवूया. ठीक आहे, प्रायमरी हायपो, प्रायमरी हायपर, सेकंडरी हायपो, सेकंडरी hyper. बर का, if I would have been in the class, I would have made you to answer this because it is very much logical and these are the hormones. So this is about T3 and T4, this is TSH and TRH. हे एवढं परीक्षेत लिहिलं ना तुम्हाला 4 पैकी 3 3.5 मार्क देऊन टाकतील ते. आणि एवढं म्हणजे हे लिहावं लागतं आणि त्याच्यासोबत कंडिशन्स पण लिहावे लागतात. And whatever are the advancements, not only this much, this will give you only 1 mark, rest all you have to explain whatever I have explained. Okay, so see, in primary hypo means what? Problem is here, it means what? Production will be less but raw material is sufficient, so raw material will increase, T3 T4 production will decrease. Pituitary is functioning normally, so TRH levels will be normal, or after some time chronically they will also increase. but there is negative feedback mechanism, so this will not happen. They will be normal. Okay. Now in primary hyperthyroidism म्हणजे काय, फॅक्टरीमध्ये खूप काम होत आहे, त्यामुळे रॉ मटेरियल काय होणार आहे, कमी होणार आहे. T3 T4 चं प्रोडक्शन काय होणार आहे, खूप वाढणार आहे. ठीक आहे. आणि TRH लेवलचं काय होणार आहे, हे पण कमी होणार आहे. का? कारण नेगेटिव्ह फीडबॅक आहे, जेवढं लागतंय तेवढं सगळं खपत जात आहे, त्यामुळे हे पण कमी होणार. बट दिस वी आर नॉट युजिंग टू टेस्ट. ओके, वी आर नॉट युजिंग, नॉट इन यूज. ओके. सेकंडरी हायपोथायरॉइड म्हणजे इफ देर इज प्रॉब्लेम इन TRH म्हणजे काय, आता सेकंडरी मध्ये कळेल. सेकंडरी हायपो म्हणजे काय की रॉ मटेरियल येत नाही. म्हणजे काय, TSH पिट्युटरी तरी खराब आहे, नाहीतर हायपोथॅलॅमस तरी खराब आहे, जिथून TRH येतोय. त्यामुळे इफ यू सी सेकंडरी हायपो मीन्स व्हॉट, इफ द हायपो मीन्स व्हॉट, हायपो मीन्स व्हॉट, सेकंडरी हायपोथायरॉइडिझम मीन्स थायरॉइडचा प्रोडक्शन कमी आहे T3 T4 चा, पण कशामुळे, सेकंडरी कॉजमुळे. सेकंडरी कॉज, सी इट इज व्हेरी ट्रिकी, अंडरस्टँड दिस. देर इज हायपो प्रोडक्शन of T3 and T4, but not because of thyroid, because TSH is less. So this is also less and this is also less. Understanding? Or if this is less, then TSH will be also less and T3 T4 will also be less. Understanding? This can be normal as well as. आणि हायपर मध्ये काय होणार आहे की T3 T4 hyper secretion of T3 T4, but not because of hyperactivity of thyroid, but it is because of the secondary cause. रॉ मटेरियल जास्त आहे, TSH जास्त आहे किंवा TRH जास्त आहे, त्यामुळे काय होतंय, त्यामुळे काय होतंय, फॅक्टरीमध्ये प्रोडक्शन जास्त आहे. हे जर का तुम्हाला समजलं तर तुमच्यासाठी खूप सोपं. इट्स व्हेरी इझी इफ यू अंडरस्टँड दिस. ओके, आय टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट ऑफ दिस. नाउ कम बॅक टू this discussion of radioactive iodide uptake. Now see what we discussed. Yeah, see, we had discussed this. radioiodide uptake म्हणजे काय, तुम्ही बॉडी मध्ये certain amount of, that certain amount, should I tell you how much is it? I will tell you how much is it. They will inject around 3 to 6 millicurie, 3 to 6 millicurie, but for diagnosis they will use 25 to 100 microcurie. I'll tell you, see these are all details, nobody will ask you in first year, but you still keep in mind. See, 25 to 100 microcurie, curie is the unit of measurement of this radioactive material. This is given for diagnostic purpose. Means what? हे डायग्नोसिस जे आपण करतोय थायरॉइड फंक्शन टेस्ट मध्ये. फॉर थेरॉप्युटिक पर्पज द अमाउंट इज मोर. ओके, इट इज 5 to 10 millicurie. Okay, it is 5 to 10 millicurie per dose. But in case of diagnosis, what we are doing by thyroid function test, radioactive iodide is given in the amount of 25 to 100 microcurie. Okay, what will happen? See, what will happen if you give iodide ion and if it is getting trapped? It means what? It means what? Thyroid functioning is normal. There is deficiency of iodine because of which this is not getting produced. When there is iodine deficiency, it will lead to goiter. So iodine deficiency मुळे काय होते, थायरॉइडची फंक्शनिंग होत नाहीये आणि त्यामुळे इट इज द goiter which you have to treat. Okay, so normally when you give this radioactive iodine, they will ask you a MCQ question, which radioactive iodide do you give? That is iodine 131. Okay, you commonly know it, iodide 131 you will give. So if you give this dose, almost 10 to 30% is ingested by the normal person within 24 hours. So after you give it, if the functioning of the thyroid is normal, then it will take how much? 10 to 30% of the iodide, radioactive 131 iodide. I-131. Okay, 10 to 30% normal person will intake. But if there is some hypothyroidism, म्हणजे thyroid मध्ये काही defect असेल, then it will not take the iodine, and then you can assess the blood level of that radioactive iodine. Okay, iodide ion, and as a result you will understand that there is a defect. And the fourth test was thyroid hormone binding protein. थायरॉइड हार्मोन बाइंडिंग प्रोटीन म्हणजे काय? थायरॉइड हार्मोन बाइंडिंग प्रोटीन म्हणजे काय की हे जे T3 आणि T4 आहे, हे T3 आणि T4 आर इन द प्रोटीन बाउंड स्टेट. दे आर इन द प्रोटीन बाउंड स्टेट. maximum percentage is in the protein bound state. So what happens if there is less T3 T4, then this protein to which they are bound, the level of that protein is going to be more. So most of the T3 T4 are bound to the proteins. For example, thyroxine binding protein, the name is, I will write here, thyroxine, okay, I will write here, thyroxine binding protein, that is TBP. Okay, या TBP ला काय असतं, ते जॉईन होतात T3 आणि T4 maximum percentage. So if the okay, so when this test is indicated, thyroid hormone binding protein, it is indicated when the thyroid hormone T3 T4 plasma levels are near to the extreme value of the normal range. When they are in the extreme zone of the normal range, at that time you are advising the patient for T3 T4 plasma concentration. So increased thyroxine binding protein, it suggests increased T3 T4 transport. Okay, I am sorry, I made a misconcept. I am sorry. Just the previous sentence I told that thyroxine binding protein will be more if there is hypothyroidism. I am sorry, it's wrong. It's when T3. Okay, this protein you will need when there is more T3 and T4. So transport by T3 T4 will be more in the bound form of the thyroxine binding protein. त्यामुळे T3 T4 जेव्हा जास्त असेल तेव्हा याचा पण प्रोडक्शन जास्त असेल आणि तेव्हा त्यांचं कॉम्बिनेशन जास्त होणार आणि त्यामुळे थायरॉक्सिन बाइंडिंग प्रोटीन TBG यांचं जेव्हा लेवल जास्त असेल याचा अर्थ T3 T4 हे बाउंड स्टेट मध्ये जास्त आहे, यांची हालचाल जास्त आहे, यांचं प्रोडक्शन जास्त आहे. ओके, आय एम सॉरी, आय मेड अ मिसकॉन्सेप्ट. ओके, and one more thing is the TRH level. Okay, TRH level, that is thyroxine release. Okay, thyroxine releasing hormone secreted by the hypothalamus. So when do you see the TRH levels? Yes, actually you don't see what is done in this TRH test. TRH test, what they do, they don't check it by taking the sample of the blood, TRH level in your body. They will, from outside, they will give a suspension of TRH. Okay, that is thyroid releasing hormone, and they will check by this format. Where is that? Just a minute. Okay, where is that? Yeah, they will check by this format. This TRH, which is produced by hypothalamus in your body, they will give it from outside to check if the pituitary and thyroid are functioning or not. TRH दिल्यानंतर pituitary वरती बाहेरून when you give TRH from outside, at that time, if the result, that is T3 T4 is increased, then it means everything is right. If not, if TRH levels are more, at that time they will say that it is pituitary insufficiency, because of which TSH is not forming and so T3 T4 are not forming. Okay, so it is TRH stimulation test. Okay, this format it follows, this format. Okay, it is easy. And next is other thyroid function tests. So the advanced other thyroid function tests which have grown up or which are coming in the market are by detecting the autoantibodies, especially in the Graves' disease. In the Graves' disease, what happens is the TSH hormone. Okay, these are the, see, this is the membrane of the thyroid follicle. Okay, here there are TSH receptors. So what happens, those antibodies, autoantibodies which are formed, they come and stick to this TSH follicle, TSH receptor on the thyroid. And what happens, they are stimulating, okay, by the receptor mechanism. And so there is more and more production of T3 and T4, and Graves' disease you can see the patient. Okay, so TSH autoantibodies which are formed, they are they come and join the TSH receptor on the gland, thyroid gland, on the follicles. Okay, on the TSH, म्हणजे TSH जास्त प्रोड्यूस होत नाही, पिट्युटरीचा ॲडिनोमा नाही आहे. ग्रेव्स डिसीज मध्ये काय होतं, ऑटो अँटीबॉडीज तयार होतात कशाच्या विरुद्ध, TSH रिसेप्टरच्या, त्याला येऊन बाइंड होतात, त्यामुळे याचं स्टिम्युलेशन होतो रिसेप्टर मेकॅनिझमने आणि त्यामुळे T3 T4चं प्रोडक्शन वाढतो. And so detecting of these auto antibodies, okay, so